Tim Immel. Tim is a 1970 graduate of Garaway High School. He was a head golf coach for Garaway boys and girls golf teams for a combined 30 years. His 1988 and 1994 girls golf teams both placed fourth in the Girls State Golf Championships. He was a head coach of the 2004 Garaway High School boys golf team, whose accomplishments were as follows. Their overall record was 144-10. They were undefeated Inter-Valley Conference champions, sectional tournament champions, district tournament runner-ups, and the 2004 Boys Division III State Golf Champions. Tim was the first coach to win a state championship in Garaway High School history. Please welcome into the Tuscarawas County Sports Hall of Fame, Tim Immel.
Don't make it easy, have to follow Larry Huggins. Oh my. Got to watch him play, so that was an honor there too. First of all, I would like to thank the Tuscarawas County Sports Hall of Fame for this honor. And I have to be honest. My wife says I live in my own little world, which I probably do, but I honestly didn't know that it existed until Dave Schutt gave me a call and said, "Tim, you're being honored." And I said, "By who?" And then I found out. I'm not on the internet as far as Facebook and all of that, but it is a blessing to see that this association does honor those people and individuals for their accomplishments. It's been 20 years since I retired from teaching and coaching at Garaway, and I'd like to compliment Lloyd Krylo, who happened to be in the first class of Garaway's Wall of Fame. I happened to start that at Garaway. And also Susan Mueller-Troyer, who I was honored to witness and play in her athletic abilities for the Garaway girls basketball program. Also was honored to be her teacher. When I was a young boy, there were two ways that I could be around my father. Work as a brick tender, because he was a bricklayer, after hours, or play golf. Dad played, believe it or not, at one time, he belonged to 4 leagues during the week. 3 during the week and 1 on the weekend. Times are different. That's probably not going to happen for any of us today. Obviously, I tried to fly that through my wife, and she didn't think that that was a good idea. And we've been married for 53 years, and she hasn't changed her mind. My passion for the game led me into coaching, but it became obvious very soon that you can't teach that passion. It has to be a part of you, and you have to develop it over time for love of whatever game you want to play. When I was growing up, again, to see my dad, we had to go play, but Mom would drop us off at a golf course at Sugar Creek, and I had 3 other brothers, which I was in charge of, which annoyed me every day, but I put up with it because Mom would give us $1. $1 would go a long way in the early times. So my first 10 years of coaching were very frustrating. It wasn't until 1991 that my perspective changed when a few girls started joining the golf team. They played with the boys until the teams across the state started to pop up. Garaway happened to be one of the first 35 teams to start a separate girls golf team. And I was privileged to be a part of that. In '94, the girls golf was finally sanctioned by the Ohio High School Athletic Association, and a new chapter of golf started at GHS, and proudly it is still going today in 2026. The obvious highlight for me at Garaway was winning its first state championship in 2004. Finally, in 2001, 7 freshmen joined the high school team, with 5 of them staying and competing with golf through their senior year. Passion for the game was back. It was an exciting time. Prior to that season, I told my players that this would be the last coaching year And to honor that, we went as a group to Scotland as a team and raised the money for that and watched the British Open and competed against the Scottish national team, which we beat. I knew that this team had talent. They had the passion for the game. At that point in my life, it was time to retire. Coaching, if done correctly, can take too much time away from family. 20 years was time enough, and I was blessed with talents for building through my heritage of my father and my grandfather, and I used it to build each of my children, Matt, Angie, and Ryan, a new home. During those post-retirement years, I realized how much I had sacrificed. These were some of the best years of my life, post-coaching. During the final chapters of our lives, my wife Susie and I are so blessed to travel, still be active in the business that my son and I started, Immel Construction, and its assets, and most importantly, to be an active part of my grandchildren's lives. Helena, Olivia, Lexi, Sammy, Kylie, Austin, Layton, and Bentley are our greatest blessings. And nothing more can be said, except the reason that picture is up there, it is my oldest granddaughter. And as I get older, all kids need someone to look up to. And she is the one that I saw a light shine in her eye that day at Hazeltine Golf Course at the Ryder Cup when my son took us up there. And she was playing on the high school team, and she wasn't all that talented, but something lit up in her that the word passion is appropriate. She then later went on to finish high school and play 4 years at Marietta. Now she works for the PGA Tour and is helping to run the team that is running the President's Cup in Medina. So hopefully she'll be an inspiration to her siblings and cousins and sisters, as I might have been to those that I coached. Thank you again very much.